Barry Silbert steps down as CEO of Grayscale. To some, it seems unexpected. To others, maybe this is part of the bigger story playing out. Let's dive into this. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you're having a great week. I know some people are still on holidays. Enjoy it. Enjoy the holidays. The new year is coming up. Anyways, in regards to Barry Silbert leaving Grayscale, this was the tweet I put out. Yes, the changing of the guard. And for the people who have watched this channel before, you're already familiar with my brand of tinfoil hatting, and I believe that this is all a show that we're watching. Okay, this is all just kind of planned theater. And for the people who are new to this channel, thank you very much for joining us. Please like and subscribe. I don't ask for anything else. I just ask that you subscribe and like the show. I love doing this, and that's the only little thing that I ask. Anyways, going back to this, right? So yeah, the changing of the guard. Now, what's interesting is that they hired this M&A, a person who had focused on M&A and advisory as well as tax asset investments. Now, for the people who don't know what M&A is, it's mergers and acquisitions. Now, when a CEO gets put in place that specializes in mergers and acquisitions, I'm going to give everyone a spoiler alert that I'm sure they're going to be shocked by. It probably means that the business is going to be sold off. Okay? That's what it means. Or it's going to be merged into another business. Okay? That's You don't put a CEO like this in place because the company is going to stand on its own two legs. You put a guy like this in place so that he can gracefully dismantle, sell off the parts that are needed, merge the parts that can be, and move on with life and get an absolutely fat bonus check out of doing it. But anyways, I'm sure that's not what's happening. I'm sure of that. It's paranoid. Let's dive into the story, though. Here we go. Barry Silbert resigns as Grayscale chairman to be replaced by Mark Shifke. Grayscale Investments, whose application to turn its Bitcoin trust into a ETF is being considered by the Securities and Exchange Commission, right? So just think of the whole picture. Think of the whole story, right? They've been trying to do this. Now, all of a sudden, Barry, right, and some other guy on his team, Mark Murphy, also resigned. Maybe that was a request from the SEC for them to move forward. Who knows? I'm sure it's nothing like that. Barry Silbert resigned as chairman and will be replaced by Mark Shifke. Shifke, DCG's chief financial officer, will replace Silbert as of January 1st. Grayscale said in an SEC filing without giving a reason for the changes. That is the signal right there. Okay. So look, I find it funny, right? When you have a CEO, a young CEO that leaves their post without giving a reason, or my favorite one is to spend more time with their family. So I want you to think about this, right? The workaholic, the workaholic narcissist that most likely has emotional maturity issues, who's completely obsessed with work. All of a sudden, in the prime of their lives, decide it's family time. It's fucking bullshit. I'm so sorry. Okay. Those are red flags. This is bad. And again, right? Like, I mean, if you're holding GBTC, I'm not advocating, this is just my opinion. I'm not telling you should sell those shares. I'm just saying that when I see certain things such as CEOs, okay, and presidents of the company unexpectedly stepping down, and then all of a sudden a mergers and acquisition guy being put into the helm, I'm not holding those shares anymore. I'm just walking away, and I'm going to watch the show from the sidelines. Anyways. So yeah, I think that this is all part of the plan. That's my long-winded way of saying this is all part of the plan. Anyways, aligned with Grayscale's commitment to responsible growth, we are pleased to welcome Mark Shifke, Matt Kummel, and Edward McGee to Grayscale's board of directors. A Grayscale spokeswoman said Grayscale and our investors will benefit from their respective experiences in the financial services and asset management industries as we prepare for Grayscale's next chapter. Okay, and you may be saying, Phil, it's I think it's a stretch what you're talking about, that this is all a show and it's a changing of the guard and this and that. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Don't take my word for it. So here we go. This is a tweet from James Sanford. We've been using a lot of his tweets lately. He's paying a lot of attention to this Bitcoin ETF. Anyways, so here we go. This was 19 hours ago, okay? And actually, by the time you watch this show, it's going to be a day and 19 hours. But Grayscale just filed another amended S3 to convert GBTC into a Bitcoin ETF. So filed another amendment. What kind of an amendment would that be? If you guys watched the show yesterday, and if you didn't, I'm going to post a link to it at the end of this show so you can go back and take a look. But yesterday's clip was about this because essentially what's happening is that they're doing in cash. They're doing in cash transactions, not in kind transactions, which is more beneficial to the government. And obviously, you know, for taxes, it's not beneficial for you as a retail investor. You're just getting fleeced. Or I should say we are just getting fleeced. Anyways, so let's take a look at this, okay? Even Grayscale is accepting the SEC's cash-only creation redemption edict. Oh my God, another company bends the knee and right, just like Binance. See, Barry played by the rules a little bit more, okay? So Barry didn't have to be embarrassed in public like CZ, okay? They didn't have to shame him in front of everyone. Instead, he steps down gracefully, okay, as CEO. But he bends the knee nonetheless. I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody else who's paying attention isn't really surprised. I mean, let's be honest. What was going to happen to those GBTC shares once the ETFs get approved? All of these other institutions are going to have ETFs. Why the hell are you going to own GBTC? What is the point of that GBTC premium at that point? It's anyways. So guys, we are watching a show. This is more of legacy finance, right? Closing out the previous scene and starting the new scene where the legacy banking and legacy investors are going to show everybody how to properly run this space and how to properly regulate this market. Anyways, guys, this clip is brought to you by fellow Bitcoiner and Pleb, Full Throttle Hodl, always reminding you, go fuck yourself, stay sovereign, and guys, don't forget, again, like, subscribe, and I will catch you all next week.